What's going on YouTube? It's the Natural Born Gorilla, and welcome to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from September 4th, 2020. And this will be your AEW Dark results. As I left the dark cave of mine to give you the results of this, we are 1 day away. This is the final stop until we get to All Out. Well, one of the final stops, because there's been a lot of announcements that could be pertains to AEW All Out before we get to the actual pay-per-view itself, which I think is great. So let's get to the show. At Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, your commentators, Excalibur and Taz. You gotta get the people what they want. And what people want is Taz and Excalibur commentating on AEW Dark. But let's get to the show itself. The show opened up with Fabu Andre and D3 versus the Butcher and the Blade, being accompanied by Eddie Kingston, or legendary by Eddie Kingston. I think I remember seeing Eddie Kingston out there. But match itself was pretty decent. The Butcher and the Blade actually looked pretty good with everything, especially the Butcher, and they end up winning the match, which I thought was great. But match itself was pretty decent. We get Allie being accompanied by QT Marshall and to a degree Brandi Rhodes, which I'm going to talk more about her, by the way, versus Red Velvet. So Allie versus Red Velvet. Red Velvet is heavily being featured on AEW Dark. But yeah. Match itself was decent. I just gotta say one thing, Brandi Rhodes was being so annoying on commentary. As soon as I saw her walk into the commentary, I'm like, please, no, I don't want to hear her talk. And sure enough, she started talking, and it was not pleasant. She was talking about her action figure, which I think they're calling it brand. And then she talked more about her action figure, saying that, her action figure is so cute and it's the best seller ever and everything. And I'm like, the reason why it's bestseller because you're buying all of them. Nobody out there is buying no Brandi Rhodes action figure, unless it's one of those creepy fanboys of hers. And Brandi Rhodes, putting herself over on commentary. She's putting Allie down because she's still upset that they lost the tournament. I didn't want to hear her talk at all. Wish she wasn't there to talk at all. And in fact, she should be by her husband, where it pertains to Cody Rhodes, some of the injuries by the hands of Brody Lee. And another thing too is that it's the same thing what I felt like this past week, back on September 1st of 2020 on AEW Dark. Brandi Rhodes was out there cutting a promo, being interviewed by Tony Schiavone, with Tony Schiavone and everything about everything about NJ. And I'm about to talk a little more about that when I get to that part. So, match itself, like I said, was decent between Allie and Red Velvet. Allie gets the win. And there you go. We get to Colt, Boom Boom Cabana, accompanied by the Dark Order. Not all of them, just the ones that they came out of who I seen. You had 10, you had 5, you had 4, you had 3. I'm assuming 4 and 3 is, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. But yeah, Colt Cabana versus Zach Clayton. And by the way, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson came out there too. First they left, but then all of a sudden they came back. Because when they came back, Stu Grayson came back because Colt Cabana was not, was not focusing, being more aggressive. And then Evil Uno came out there too later, to tell him the same thing. They was basically involved a lot, and then Colt Cabana finally decided to show some aggressive side, and then Evil Uno told Colt Cabana to finish him, the way he wanted to finish him, and sure enough he did. He did Brody Lee's discus lariat for the win, which I thought was pretty good. So yeah, Boom Boom Colt Cabana wins, or is it Colt Boom Boom Cabana, whichever it is. His opponent looked good too. So yeah, I thought the match itself was good. We get Peter Avalon backstage with the librarian, Leva Bates, and you have Dasha Gonzalez interviewing him, basically saying that the initiative is over. He says that he basically says him and Cutler are officially done. It's time for him to make a name of himself. Avalon has challenged Brandon Cutler, excuse me, to a match to prove that he is the worst wrestler on the roster. Basically talking about Brandon Cutler, and it was a pretty damn good promo from Peter Avalon. I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, that's the end for the initiative, folks. It was short lived, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. And we'll hear a little more from Brandon Cutler later. Brandon Cutler, excuse me. We get Raisin and Rising. Yeah, Rising. Yeah, Rising. I must have got it wrong before, so it's Rising, and Angel Perez. Angel Perez, meant to say Angel Perez. First is the Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Phoenix. And I don't remember if Eddie Kingston was out there with them. But this tag team match was pretty good. Especially the Lucha Bros always look good in tag team matches. In the end, obviously, the Lucha Bros wins. After the match, Eddie Kingston comes out with the Butcher and the Blade, talking about his shot, and I said that the five of them will dominate the casino battle royal. That's what I'm trying to say, casino. There was also dissensions a little bit because the Butcher's like, I'm gonna win it and everything, and then they all start but Eddie Kingston try to keep it together and everything, and he did it again, have them hug, and then he does this, the wink. Like I don't know where it's gonna lead to, where Eddie Kingston doing that. Maybe he's got his own faction, and he's trying to just throw these guys off. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. It's something to to look forward to see how they play out this whole thing. What Eddie Kingston's end game is and what his goal is trying to do here. So I guess we'll find out. But that was basically it for that one. We have Kylan King versus Ivelisse being accompanied by Diamante. Yes, I got her name right this time. Diamante. One half of the winner of the women's tag team cup tournament, who's wrestling, while the other half was just there ringside to watch her on wrestling. So yeah, I guess Ivelisse is now officially there in AEW, which is great. And she went up against Kylan King. Match itself was pretty decent between Kylan King and Ivelisse. Ivelisse, obviously, it was all a showcase for her. Kylan King looked good too, but it was all about Ivelisse. In the end, Ivelisse got the win over Kylan King. Obviously, because of a distraction, because of Diamante, and that was it. Decent match. Excuse me, Sean Dean and Brendan Bullock. 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 No, yes, it's Bullock. Brendan Bullock and Sean Dean versus Dark Order's Silver and Reynolds. And I remember, the Dark Order coming out there, and I remember seeing NRJ there. And I was saying to myself, so Brandi Rhodes was out there again first, and then later on we see NRJ out there. Why couldn't I do any backstage segment where Brandi Rhodes finally gets, finally gets to try to get to NRJ for what she did? Because Brandi Rhodes talked about how Brandi Rhodes was attacked from behind by NRJ. So where's the revenge there? Where's your payback? Where's the repercussions for that? Where's your get back? Where's your vengeance of all this? Where is it? Why are you just out there talking about yourself, talking about your action figure, talking about saying that that it's she should not be there. She should not be there. She brings nothing to the table. She brings nothing at all. I'm basically back to that whole bandwagon where Brandi Rhodes is once again annoying the hell out of me. Because she thinks she's so full of herself, thinking that she's the best thing going on in AEW, but she's not. She's like shit Baker. They're both garbage. The match itself was pretty good. The tag team match. Silver and Reynolds wins, and there you go. Then we get to Brandon Cutler being interviewed by Dasha Gonzalez, and also Leva Bates there too as well. She's trying on the calm things down between Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler. I don't know if it's going to lead to something on Dark or Dynamite. I thought it was going to lead to something in All Out, especially where it's just the buy-in. But Brandon Cutler says, he says that they are not they are not the worst wrestlers on the roster, and anyone that has seen their work, they could see that. Basically, the point is something that Brandon Cutler he does accept the challenge and says that you know, you just light a fire up this dragon's ass. Which I thought that was a good promo there from Brandon Cutler, and that was it. So it's gonna lead to somewhere, either on Dynamite maybe or Dark. I guess we'll have to find out. You know, Darby Allin versus Luther. Luther immediately went after Darby Allin when he came out. First Luther came out first, obviously, but then Darby Allin came out, and then he started doing what he's got to do, to play to the fans. I mean, not on the live crowds, because there were no live crowds there. There was just those that are there are being fans. And Luther basically attacks Darby Allin and focusing on his leg throughout the entire match. Darby Allin was fighting him off a little bit. In the end, Darby Allin did get the win over Luther. Not one, but two coffin drops. One from the outside and the other one from the inside, which both of them looked good in a way. Well, the first one looked good, all right, but the second one in the ring was damn good, and that was the end of that match. And the main event was Natural Nightmares being accompanied by Ali, which thank God, because no Brandi Rhodes on commentary. Thank God. Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall versus the Dark Order, 5 and 10, and match happens. That's pretty decent. In the end, obviously, the Natural Nightmares wins because who sees 5 and 10 winning anything of the Dark Order? You could say the same thing with our Silver and Reynolds, but after what we saw tonight, um you know that wasn't the case. But there you go. That was it for the final stop here until we get to All Out and everything else is happening on All Out. And basically, what they're gonna do for All Out, which it's gonna be they're gonna be on two different parts of the All Out red carpet special, and also they're gonna do a countdown of what tends to All Out, and they're gonna obviously do the buy-in, and then we'll get to the actual pay-per-view itself, All Out. And there's something else too, I can't remember, but you can check all that information out on their website, and you can check it off the announcement they made also as well on YouTube. I'm assuming that's what they happened to as well. But they also announced it on Dark as well, before the show ended. But yeah, that was basically it. I believe there were 8 matches. Let me just double check. Now it says 8 matches. All right, I'm gonna find out right now. I'm gonna find out right now. Uh, Impact Wrestling started that by the way with TJP and followed up with the whole thing with who was it again? Reno Scum. Yeah, it was Reno Scum. We're gonna find out. Anyways, 8 matches. Those 8 matches. All right. And my overall stream for the show for AEW Dark from September 4th, 2020 for this All Elite Wrestling review. I'm gonna give this show a 7 out of 10. Decent show. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's Natural Born Gorilla saying peace on the streets. Dick. This was your All Elite Wrestling review. We're going to give you AEW Dark results from September 4th, 2020. Now tune in tomorrow, folks. When I give you my All Elite Wrestling preview on AEW All Out 2020. There you go. But I'll be sure to do that. You know, if I have time, we'll see. But until then, folks, you'll stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself and everything that's going on in the world. Love one another. God bless. Live in peace and harmony. I am out here. Hope you all enjoy. And there you go. I am out. Ta ta for now.